Hey folks, you got Mr. MegaManFan here, and there's a little bit of irony to what I'm about to unbox. It actually got here 2 days ago. Well, not to me physically it didn't, but UPS had it on a truck which arrived locally on October 8th. And then it said an exception has occurred due to the late arrival of the truck. Your package is now scheduled for delivery on Saturday. I shrugged that off and said, okay, fine. Then it said, your package has been handed off to USPS for local delivery. It is now scheduled for Sunday by 8 p.m. Oh joy, I get to wait around all day long until a package shows up. Fortunately, it got here before 2 o'clock, so I can go ahead and unbox this now and schedule it to upload a little later in the evening, and you can all see what I just got. Although, if you know what weekend this is, the weekend of October 8th, 2021, chances are you've got a pretty good guess as to what this is and why I have it. And thankfully for the price, shipping was free, which isn't always the case with Target. They sometimes charge quite a bit to ship items, as I've learned the hard way with Amiibos. Yeah, I think you can already see what's in here. We have an OLED Switch, the white edition. And the box is already showing us all the different things we can do, all the places you'll go, all the things you'll do. Let's take a look. There might be a little bit of scuffing on the sides of the box there, but I mean, the system is more important than the box, so I can probably live with that. It's not crushed or anything. At least there was bubble wrap inside of there to make sure it arrived safe and sound in one piece. But let's go ahead and open this up. Let's see if there's any major seals here. We've got one end flap. Doesn't appear to be any tape. Plug it in, plug it in. Set it up, set it up. Oh, wow. That came out in a hurry. There's the actual unit. The white Joy-Cons. And a bunch of cables. Got the HDMI cable. The power brick. Some Joy-Con rails for use when you don't have them docked. Always handy. And we have a grip, which you can also use when the Joy-Cons are not docked to the Switch. You can dock them with this and use them like a regular controller, like a Pro controller. And of course, since this is the new OLED Switch with the white Joy-Cons, we also have a new dock for the Switch that is white. Hopefully it stays white. I don't know if people have tested the color durability over time, if it tends to scratch off or get dirty or scuff. As many people have already noted, this side plate is no longer on a hinge. It just pops off like that. And it snaps into place quite easily. Even one-handed, I was able to do all of that, so can't complain about the design. Let's go back to that OLED Switch itself for a moment. Without powering it on, I think I can show off one thing, the new improved kickstand. I think we all know the one on the old Switch was rather flimsy. But this one is quite beefy. Look at that. It's the whole width of the unit itself. Rests quite easily on my leg, which I couldn't have done with the old kickstand. It would have fallen right off. 1 second now, and I'm gonna run and get a memory card to put in this thing. I'll be right back. I bought a SanDisk Ultra microSD XC 512 gigabyte a couple of months in advance because I didn't want to try to get one of these when the OLED comes out. I wanted to have it ready on hand to go when it finally ships. So preparation is 9/10 of the battle, or something like that. G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. But preparation is also the other half of the battle. How about that? Don't need to worry about slicing this open carefully or maintaining any sort of aesthetic to it. It's just a memory card. The only important thing is to not damage the memory card itself. Come on. Come out of there. There we go. Got one adapter and one micro SD card. Don't even need the adapter right now, just the micro SD. I'm not gonna sit here and transfer all of my software right now. I'm just gonna do a basic wake up the system. I'm just gonna get this thing going, and then after that, finish downloading and installing everything later on. There's our micro SD slot. That's pleasantly clickable. Seems easy to insert and remove. I like that. All right. Let's get some power running to this thing. Actually, you know what? Let's put the Joy-Cons on it first, because that way when it powers up, then the Joy-Cons can start charging as well. Plus, then we can see what it looks like when it's fully assembled, if you will. That's always a satisfying click. Never gets old to hear that. All right, now we'll get some power running. Get that big old power plug plugged in. Nintendo branding, so you know who made it and where it's from. Not that you wouldn't know, but at least it's their manufacturing process to indicate some level of quality assurance, or just their ego. We got to put our name on everything. You look at it any way you want. I choose a positive interpretation. We want you to know you're using an authentic Nintendo brand product. Moment of truth. We'll find out what happens when I plug it in for the very first time. And it's charging. I saw the light. Oh, it's gonna boot up. Yeah. OLED switch. Select my language. Select my time zone. The Americas. Accept the end user license agreement. Los Angeles, Vancouver? No, I don't think so. Midway, that should be Chicago. I'll do that later, thanks. Detach the Joy-Cons. Oh, lovely. Let's see if I can set this in a stand while I do that. the unboxing is done, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this update and swap software. But for now, you've seen the Switch OLED and everything that comes in it, so I'm gonna leave it there for the moment and say thank you very much for watching.